Hi, and welcome to the 3-Minute Greenhouse. Hi, and welcome to February 21st here in Colorado. We had some snow yesterday. The high yesterday, I think, was maybe only 32. So the low for the week was this morning. It was 13 degrees, got down to 32 in the greenhouse. It's not bad. We're looking at a good 20 degrees or so above the low right now with the latest improvement. You'll see that I've put in the phase change material panels that I got. These are ceiling tiles. They're actually installed upside down because I like seeing the part that actually has the phase change material more than the what's supposed to be the ceiling tile side. But you'll see from our numbers that we've only had 3 days with these in, and the average, what we're seeing between the low and the temperature in here is 20 degrees. And before that, we were seeing an average of about 10 degrees. Now, I know it's only an in of 3 days so far, so it's way too early to say, but I'm optimistic about how well these panels are going to do with holding the heat. So I was saying it was about 30 degrees outside. It was 90 degrees in here before we opened the door, came in and started filming. But so that's good to give us a chance to get the water heated up again, because it did use up the water temperature pretty good last night in keeping it that 20 degrees above the overall temperature, the outside temperature. I guess I'll do kind of a recap of what improvements we've made so far to get to where we are today. When we had this kit with no improvements, I mean, it would get down to what temperature outside was every night, just as is. The 4-panel polycarbonate holds a little heat, not enough to really make a difference. A degree or two maybe, but mostly about the degree it is outside. Adding the water tanks, we got the 4 barrels of water. We've added the insulation behind here, so having our R8 1-inch foam board because basically not try to take up as much room, and that's why I use the PCM panels. You can see that I can still use the benches just fine, and that's not taking up the room like adding more water would. If you had a big enough greenhouse, you would have a whole wall of water and you would be able to do better without kind of have to jump through more hoops with a smaller greenhouse like this. Other improvements were insulating the bed, and that I close at night keeps it a bit warmer there. So that's it for this week's update.